I mean, it might seem a little hacky to do like a variable that controls the sprite's direction.
Yeah, no, that's...
But like
yeah.
that would be, that would take a lot of time to insert that into every place it needed to be.
Not really,
guess,
because
but...
the usually it's just based on the input. Like if the player had pressed left or right, then the character should definitively be facing left or right until the player presses the other direction.
Right.
So it's pretty painless. Like the only reason that I didn't add something like that already is because we don't have the actual player input controls. We're just using the default platform engine, platform behavior controls. Mm-hmm. But that actually is the solution. So
yeah, because I was thinking that might come into play in other situations.
Yeah,
where, like maybe he needs to, rear back for an attack or something, and move backwards, kind of thing,
Yeah,
or a moonwalking as well,
yeah.
When we add the moonwalking animation for his victory of every level.
That is true. I did make his some of his sound effects, including getting hit, which does sound a lot like. So, I guess he might actually need a moonwalk at some point. After I was flashing. Oop. I'm doing fancy stuff here. Hold on.
I like how his hair kind of gets thrown around when he's jumping. That's a nice touch.
Thanks. One frame, it was the only way I could add some livelihood to the, you know what I mean? Like ideally, if I had the memory to spare, since this is being based on I moonwalked because I was stuck in the... Did you see that? We don't force his...
oh, yeah.
I know exactly why this is happening, but, yeah. Another thing we need to fix.
I predicted it somehow.
Yeah. So even before we get the sound effect in. So, all right, let's fix these issues. Oh yeah, here's a fun little thing. So if everyone remembers, we have these little placeholder sprites that let us design our game by deciding when these, in this case, enemy bats will appear either from the left or right when you scroll to a certain point. And it just spawns them and has them fly the right direction depending on which side they're spawning from. But what we're going to do is we're going to add to both of them. So I'll pick one of them. I'll do instance variable, and we're going to do speed. Let's see. Intentionally misspelling it here for a second. So. We'll just do an arbitrary 200 for now, but the point is, and I'll do the same thing here. So, okay, so both directions, they now have a variable called speed with 2 S's. So this is where you spawn it and set its angle. So we need one more thing, which is going to be to set its speed. So this is the coming from the right, so that's this one. So we're going to do bat set speed, and we're going to set its speed to S speed, correct, and that should be right there. And we're going to do the same thing, but we need to change, we're going to replace the object and replace this with this. There we go. So now what we can do is each one of these, so we'll make it, to test it really quickly, we'll make the very first bat obscenely slow.
Okay.
So we'll give him a speed of 5.
Oh,
and I know it is. It's
incredibly
obscene.
slow.
Offensively so. All right. So there he is.
Oh, he's making it. He's making it.
You can hear the huffing and puffing now. Poor thing. I want to put it out of its misery. Plus, it's so low. It's like it's flopping around on the ground like a fish. Put him out of his misery from behind. He didn't even see it coming. It seemed like the more humane thing to do. Let's see if this works. Nice.
Ah, yeah. Very cool effect.
Oh, we can still moonwalk. I forget about that. We'll fix that soon.
Yeah, notice the sort of trick you're using of adding a little bit more animation to the effect to make it look like his hand is moving more than it is,
Exactly.
even though he's kind of... Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, like I will eventually extend the visible part of the arm and gauntlet a little too, to pull this off better and have a more of a motion blur built into the arm itself. But that's animating the poor thing. Animating the... Whoa, that was a fast bat. 200 is apparently a very good speed, a very fast speed. That's a spry young bat. Whoa. So I think we just added death functionality. And I think I still get fooled every time. I'm waiting for it to just pop up automatically here. Alright, so let's get killed. I'll let this poor decrepit bat kill me just so he feels better about himself. Alright. It restarted. I have 3 lives. Oh wait, no, the 3 lives should be... Oh, did you see that? Oh, okay. Okay, we're at 3. Come here, poor old thing. Let's let you, let's give you a sympathy kill here. What's going on with the collision box? That should have hit me. Oh, I know. I need to change that. It's Sun Collision. I need to make it on... Oh, I almost grabbed that health thing instinctually. There we go. 2. There we go.
Two.
There we go. Alright. So that's obviously working. Let's let him... Oh! Did you see that? The hit points did not actually reset for some reason. You see how it says on collision with?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to replace that with on overlap, because it's only considered a collision if it literally just happened. But you can be flickering and invulnerable, and then your invulnerability runs out and you were already overlapping. So that doesn't count as a new collision because you didn't just collide. You've been overlapping for a while. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
So we can't do that. We need it to be overlap. There we go. That fixes that bug as well.
Nice.
So... I hate that. I'm always sitting there waiting like a doofus for the screen to show up. And it's never going to come. So, let's see. Gonna get killed.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's better. And it reset, and I have my health back, and I will take many hits to prove it. There we go.
Beautiful.
Everything's working great. Oh, that's the other thing that we can do that I forgot we could do is add sound effects. That's more fun than doing the input. Alright, so now let's have fun and start adding sound effects. Oh, do I not have a hit? I guess I don't have a hit and a hit sound yet. I didn't realize that. Alright, we'll do that later then.
Is it like a... Ugh.
Yeah, there should be. I thought I had one. I really did. Yeah. Well, remember, this is... he moonwalks, so it's... Alright, so... Die, yes. Audio... Play... We'll do alternate die first, just to see how it sounds.
Okay.
Here we go.
Ah, yes.
Alright, so now, I'm glad you could hear it. Okay, so now, let's switch that back to alternate die. It's good to have, keep trying until you really get a sound you really like.
Yeah.
So, alternate die. And let us try this one. Let me know which one you like better.
Okay.
So what do you think? Maybe we should, viewers, comment below to vote for which death sound you like better. Sound?
Alright.
Okay, that works. So it's
It's something with the sound itself.
The sound file itself is not good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's super faint. You might not hear it. Do you hear it when you land?
Mm-hmm. I can't quite hear it on my end.
Okay. Yeah. You'll have to trust me. It's working. Hold on, though. The whoosh, I don't think it's working at all. Yeah, I don't hear that at all. But the land on his feet is working. And, okay, so I'm going to have to... Okay. Apparently I'm too tired to not laugh every time that sound comes out. Edit. Greater than 0. Less than 0. There we go. Oh, now the moonwalk is worse, but I'll fix that. And let's see. Jump button works. Attack button works. Super jump does not work. Alright. Oh, I know why. Okay. Yep, okay. So one thing at a time, the super jump is not working because regular jump, we need to make sure that up is not being held. Does that make sense? Like this is hijacking. This is making the normal jump happen as soon as you press B, regardless of whether or not up is held. So it never gets a chance to do the super jump because it's already in the air, technically. But by the time it gets to that event, that would check. So where is that super jump? I'll just search for it again. Jump here, so up and down. And then here is regular jump. So we're going to do this and edit, and we're going to say greater or equal to 0. So that if they're holding down, it's fine, or if they're holding or not holding up, it'll work as a regular jump. Mm-hmm. And then that way the super jump should work now. What was the other weird issue? We were doing the moonwalk again?
Yeah.
So left or here it is. Here it is.
That though. So
that okay. So this we want to be the same thing. We want greater than 0 or less than 0. So that was the issue for that. Less than 0. So I think this may have completely fixed the moonwalking problem, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it did not fix it at all. That's interesting. But let's see if super jump works. Super jump works. Regular jump works. Attack works. Yep, everything's working fine, except we still, obviously, I did something wrong. Oh, this should be left or right. Okay. This is left or right, not left or right input. So if we go into left or right, where does that get set now? I moved it in here at the top, right? Set left or right to 1. Oh, left or right is getting set to 1 in both of these. I didn't fix that. That's why. That's why. This should be -1. So we are not moonwalking anymore. I don't think it's possible anymore. Yep, no, it's all fixed. Okay. So,
all right.
Yep, I'm walking left and right with the D-pad. That's spiffy. Awesome. And I can attack, I can jump, and I can super jump by holding up. Working perfectly. Beautiful.
I think we have a game.
Yeah, it's getting there. Alright, so touch input.
Ship it.
Indeed. It closes entire groups depending on what should be happening. So let's make sure this is working. Alright, so I am using keyboard. I forgot to hold up. Works perfectly. Pick up my controller, and I can just start using that. It works perfectly.
Very nice.
Alright, so that's how we're gonna do the same thing with touch events next time, and next time we're also probably going to have a cool bipedal earthbound. Oh, poor guy. Let's. I can't resist. Silence, please. There we go. Anyway, yeah, I think that's a good place to end the video.
Yeah.